Chapter 5. The second victim dusk painted the French Quarter in hues of violet and gold, the Mardi Gras revelry reaching a fever pitch. Gaslights flared on Royal Street, their glow dancing on masked faces as a cruise float rolled past, its papier-mâché mermaid tossing beads to a cheering crowd. Julien Dubois stood in a shadowed alley off Domaine, his cigarette a faint ember against the twilight. The day had yielded little, interviews with Levine's associates, all tight-lipped or conveniently drunk, and a growing stack of reports on his desk. The crescent moon mask haunted him, its meaning just out of reach. His reverie shattered as Officer Malone's voice crackled through the alley, urgent and breathless. "Dubois! Another one near Pirates Alley. You gotta see this." Julien crushed the cigarette under his boot and followed Malone, weaving through the crowd. Pirates Alley was a sliver of a street, squeezed between the cathedral and a row of Creole cottages, its cobblestones slick with spilled wine. A small knot of patrolmen stood guard, their lanterns casting jittery light. The air was thick with the coppery scent of blood, and Julien's stomach tightened. He knew what he'd find before he saw it. The body lay slumped against a wrought iron gate, a man in a tailored suit, his head lolling to one side. Councilman Edgar Thibodeau, Julien recognized, a political kingpin whose name was as feared as it was revered. A single stab wound pierced his chest, the blood soaking his silk vest. And there, affixed to his face, was another papier-mâché mask, grotesque, leering, painted in the same garish reds and golds. The crescent moon symbol gleamed on its forehead, mocking the corpse's stillness. "Same as Levine," Malone muttered, his face pale. "Found him 10 minutes ago. No witnesses, no nothing. Just this." Julien crouched, his gloved fingers brushing the mask's edge. The craftsmanship was identical, the leather straps knotted with precision. Thibodeau's hands were clean, no signs of a fight. The killer was a ghost, striking in the chaos of Mardi Gras and vanishing without a trace. Julien's gaze swept the alley, noting the gate's proximity to the cathedral and the ball at the Cabildo last night. A pattern was forming, faint but real. Both victims were elite, both attended masked balls, both died under the crescent moon. "Get the coroner," Julien said, standing, "and canvass the crowd. Someone saw something, even if they don't know it." As Malone barked orders, Julien's mind raced. 2 murders in 24 hours, both marked by the same ritualistic flourish. The order Tommy mentioned, the moon's price he'd overheard, it was no coincidence. And Celeste's tip about Madame Zora, her talk of voodoo, gnawed at him. He didn't believe in spirits, but he believed in motive, and someone was weaving a deadly tapestry in the quarter's shadows. A flash of auburn caught his eye, Celeste, slipping past a patrolman with that same brazen ease. She froze when she saw the body, her notebook already open, but her face betrayed a flicker of fear. Julien crossed to her, his voice low. "Twice in one day, Miss Moreau," he said, blocking her view of the corpse. "You're gonna make me think you're following me." Celeste's chin lifted, but her eyes stayed on the mask. "Or maybe I'm following the story, detective. That's 2 dead men, same mark. You telling me it's random?" Julien didn't answer. She was too close to the truth, and he didn't know if she was an ally or a liability. "Go home, Celeste," he said, softer than he meant. "This isn't a game." She tucked her notebook away, the amulet glinting at her throat. "Games have winners, detective. I plan to be one." She turned, vanishing into the crowd as a trumpet wailed in the distance. Julien stared at the masked corpse, the crescent moon a silent taunt. The killer was accelerating, and Mardi Gras was their stage. He needed answers fast before the quarter drowned in blood.